Okay, so I started just sort of shuffling the cards a little for my next read, or thinking about my next read, which I want to do on will we have another government shutdown? Will we have another shutdown of the country, like a lot of other countries have done, where it's like, all right, everybody needs to just go back inside again. We need to shut down all the businesses and all that, except for very essential businesses. So, and these two cards flew out, the Fool and Strength. And so I just thought that, well, first of all, the Fool makes perfect sense. This is us having thought like, oh, maybe we can just kind of go back and maybe it's over now, even though the numbers don't show it. But, let's get back to jobs, restaurants, normal economy, normal life. So that's where we are. But the Fool is also in this card at a crossroads. Which way do we go? So that, perfectly explains where we are. Covered by Strength, which I believe is actually the virus. The virus is stronger than our need for the economy. And actually, if you look at that woman, she looks unhappy. She looks worn out by the strength of this lion. I know in a lot of strength cards, she's sort of dominating the lion, but in this one, she looks dominated. So I think that's the story here. I am drawn to this infinity symbol up there. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to shuffle. Oh, well, yeah. So let's start shuffling and look into it more. So asking Spirit, help us to see, is America going to have another big national shutdown in order to try to stop the coronavirus from just blowing up, which it has been. So help us to see, are we going to do another shutdown? Okay, here's what I get for this. So we've already talked about these two cards. The Fool, which way do we go? We're sort of trying to start out again. Covered by the Strength of the virus is not really allowing it. At the surface, the Six of Swords is trying to cross over to calmer waters. A lot of states, like I'm in California, it seems like we're always shut down. But this could represent in both ways, some people are heading back inside. Some states are making that choice. Others are saying, go out now. You can go to bars. You can go have fun. So that's sort of where we are, is that we're trying, I think everyone's kind of all over the place. And it is unfortunate because the way to do it would be a countrywide shutdown. The problem is that these states are doing it in, okay, now we're shutting down. Okay, now we're opening. Now we're shutting down. It's just like not working. Everyone's all over the place. At the base, we have this Ace of Pentacles again, which we got in my read on closing schools. This I do see as the package. And so this is being mulled over in relation to our question about are we going to shut down the country? So this is sort of hovering beneath the surface as a big important factor in whether we do or not. The Chariot, this could be read as people coming out again. Sure, they did. Yeah. Also, if you look at this flag, it's so interesting because you can see those look like the little coronavirus, those little viruses. So that is probably really what the card is telling us, that as we went out, we're getting knocked out by this virus. It's coming strong and hard, like the Chariot does. And Justice, I had an interesting feeling on this, is that basically you reap what you sow. The states that are more careful are going to have an easier time of it. The states that are less careful are going to have a harder time. Like you're not going to beat justice. You know, you're not going to get lucky. You're going to get what you deserve. Page of Wands upside down. This, by the way, initially came right side up, and then somehow I sort of knocked it, and then I brought it up and it was upside down. So I feel, well, either way, I feel that this does have to do with the kids going back to school, which makes sense because it is sort of a factor right now that everybody's talking about. And the fact that it did, you know, while I was doing cards, flip upside down, it just, you know, it sort of ties into that read in that it's not going to be a good idea. And I don't want any, are we really going to have to, you know, sacrifice the children? It's ridiculous and so sad because I do feel that, you know, we might lose. And here, I feel kind of goes with this card. This is the upside down Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords being like thievery and dishonesty. And I don't know. Normally, if it was up like this, I almost think that would be more sneaky. The fact that it's like this, it's like they're not even being sneaky about it. They're just like, we need our workers back at work. So your children, you know, just need to be going back to school. And it makes me sad that we might have to like actually have a couple stories about some children getting very sick and maybe even, you know, are we going to really fall that low to learn what we need to learn? And it's like, if we do, we will. And that's very sad. And I hope we don't. This says to me, the hopes and fears, this Two of Cups, the hope being like, can the government work with the people? Can we work together? And like, there's something about this where there's an equality between these two people in this card. And I don't feel like there is an equality between government and the people when the government is treating us like a bunch of workers for their economy. We need to be treated with like more respect. Like, we're the ones who give to our taxes to this treasury, which by the way I see here. And I feel we need to be treated with more respect. Who was it? Mnuchin said the other day, we're not going to give taxpayer money to pay people to stay home. Like, excuse me, you just said the word. It's taxpayer money. That's our money that we pay into the government. And yeah, you can give it back to us right now and help us to not lose our homes so that we don't get sick and die and spread this illness. So I see here this Nine of Cups, which interestingly also was in my read on Will Schools Open or Close, my last read. I do see it here though as this is a card of plenty. There is so much. And this is what America is actually able to give back to the people. There's so much. It's such a fallacy that, like, I mean, you can see it when they need money. They want, what, we're doing a new rose garden now at the White House in the middle of a pandemic, really. And, when Trump needs his police, you know, gassing citizens, well, that's no problem to find the money for that. But, wait, well, people, no, they need to get back to work. We can't help them. No, there is a plenty. And I also see these two, this Queen of Swords and this King of Pentacles, as the fight over what we do with the money, right? And we are seeing this right now. I think we all know who this King of Pentacles, I mean, that's like the GOP holding tight to the money. Like, no, you can't have any. And then this Queen of Swords, I suppose would be the Democrats. And you see this lovely little butterfly on her sword. It's sort of like, I see someone like being very tough and strong with a great deal of knowledge, but then the softness of that butterfly. Like, we need to take care of our people, of our kids. I also feel there's going to be a strong words on the sort of Congress floor. There's going to be something spoken that everybody sort of, a lot of people tune into and listen to because it's a good speech. And then what I get here sort of at the base of that, and maybe, you know, a final outcome of this. Also, I think this is a very, very positive answer to it all. First of all, on the question, will we have a shutdown? I do think it might be similar in that states decide, but I do see here this is a man inside, if you notice. And then these wands falling from the sky. So I do think that they're going to have a strong push for another sort of shutdown. We're inside, and then we will be getting, we will be taken care of. I mean, that is a positive card. I don't want to be too positive, but it's almost like good fortune falling upon us, and we are inside, you know. So that's great. And then so and then at the base we have a King of Wands. So I sat with this for a bit trying to figure out who is this King of Wands, and the only person I could go, I think Chuck Schumer. I think we've got Chuck Schumer here, talking to a lot of people. And it's sort of one of those things where we don't see, a lot of, I guess, what Congress does, we just don't see it. It's not happening out in the open, but he's talking to a lot of people. And I do think this might be Nancy here. So maybe we've got them working very, very hard in their different ways. Maybe she's speaking out more. Maybe he's going sort of door to door, trying to figure out a way to help people, to help with this package that is, you know, at the base of it all. So let's hope for another good package that will allow people to take the time they need to be home safe and, you know, still be getting things taken care of, their bills paid, and, you know, food and everything they need in order to take more time to let this thing pass. So that's what I get in the cards. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if anything struck you in the cards as you watched, or any other thing you want to say. Thanks for being here, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.